This afternoon, from beautiful Iran Bithorn Stadium, a pivotal matchup in the early going arrives as Colombia, coming off a shutout loss last night against the home team Puerto Rico, has a quick turnaround, set to match up with Canada in Josh Naylor's team's much-anticipated 2026 debut.
It's the guy trying to revive himself and be the healthy and dominant starter that we know he can be in Michael Soroka. He will get his first look at one of the Seattle Mariners' top prospects in Michael Arroyo, who is set to lead things off. Bouncing ball right side, and Arroyo's got his second hit of the World Baseball Classic as he's on to lead things off against Soroka. So Harold Ramirez into the batter's box, fresh off of his hot start to this World Baseball Classic. Runner off, throw down to second base by Bo Naylor is not going to be in time. A stolen base for Michael Arroyo. So a man 90 feet away with one down for Colombia, in a big spot here in the first for an offense that scuffled so badly last night. 0 for 10 with runners in scoring position. They left 11 on base. Rodriguez over to first. Naylor is there. Throw to his brother is in time to get Arroyo. And Colombia continues to sputter with runners in scoring position. Now 0 for 11 through their first 9+ innings at the dish. The slogan for the 2026 World Baseball Classic is expect everything, but I don't think anybody expected this. Julio Teheran will not make the start today for Colombia. Instead, Austin Bergner gets the nod with his team sort of backs to the wall after day one. He gets the ball for Jose Mayorga and his team. Liner out to second. What a nice grab by Donovan Solano on the hop. Edouard Julien crushed it, but he's out number one.
It's all led by this man right here, Josh Naylor.
Naylor is down swinging in his first Classic at bat of 2026.
Man, that's a big strikeout. You come in, you're probably on short notice, and then you get Josh Naylor to swing at this changeup.
So here is Popeye, Tyler O'Neill. 3-2 is inside for ball 4, and a 2-out walk for Tyler O'Neill. So Tyler Black, the cleanup hitter, runner off from first as O'Neill breaks, and a flare over to Urshela. That will wrap things up here in the bottom half of one.
And man, it has been quite the journey for Michael Soroka to get back to where he's at right now. That breaking ball looks good.
He's aboard at first with 2 gone for Daniel Beohi. Mariaga off from first. Throw to second by Naylor. On target. He's cut down, and the inning is over. Colombia's got a knock, but nothing across. Same with Canada. Scoreless through 1.5 in San Juan. There are a good amount of Colombia fans. There's a really good contingent of Canadian fans. Toro dunking that one down in front of Harold Ramirez. That kicked a little bit more toward the foul line than I think Ramirez might have been anticipating. Toro probably able to get to second anyway, but makes it easier for him. So 2 gone. That'll bring up one of the most prized young talents in all of baseball in the now Miami Marlins outfielder, Owen Casey. But he crushes this one high and deep to right. Mariaga back, looking up, and his ball's gone! Owen Casey leaves the yard, and it's a 2-0 lead early for Canada in the second.
Well, Tyler, we talked about the home run, the power potential from Owen Casey. We talked about him cutting down on some of the swings and misses, gets a mistake. Big loop and breaking ball with 2 strikes, middle of the plate. He doesn't miss.
Casey stakes Canada to a 2-0 lead as we go to the third. A runner at third with 2 gone for Colombia. But man, Ryan, it just feels like the more opportunities that go by with Colombia not cashing in, the more that frustration builds. And then you wonder in that dugout, I would imagine, if it's ever going to happen for you offensively. 2-1, shoots it right side, fair ball. It'll bring in Colombia's first run of the 2026 Classic as the Mariners prospect delivers to bring in Tito Polo. And Colombia cuts the deficit in half. It's 2-1 in the third. We do have an update on Julio Teheran, Ryan. Shoulder discomfort during his pregame work today. So that's the reason why Teheran did not make the start. And man, that is the last thing you want to hear. Right. Josh Naylor serves one on a snapped, obliterated bat through the right side, and Canada's captain has his first hit of the 2026 Classic. Tyler O'Neill swings and drives one out to left field. Harold Ramirez is going to have to play this on a hop. The wind killed it. Ramirez was moving back on that ball, and it dunks down in front of him, so it turns into a 1-out single behind Naylor's hit for Tyler O'Neill. Lopez is pumped. Certainly hope Otto Lopez is okay. Thankfully, it looks like Lopez will stay in this game. Goodness gracious, that looks like it's already swelling up on his right hand. And the count goes full with 2 outs. Bases loaded for Canada. Josh Naylor at third base off the single. Tyler Black at second. Behind him, Otto Lopez, the hit batsman, at first. And the biggest pitch of the early innings of this game coming up for Emerson Martinez. Ball 4, and Canada adds another one. It's 3-1.
Yeah, that's a good at-bat. Able to lay off it, get that RBI. Colombia doesn't have the depth in their pitching staff. You've also got Teheran, who's gone down with an injury. So you have to essentially lengthen some of these arms the best you can.
Canada retired in order for the first time today. We'll go to the 5th. They've got a 3-1 lead.
Wind is blowing, left to right, I guess, but
That is the common way that this field plays. It's tough on right-handed hitters to pull anything out of here. As Frias bounces this one out to second. Great job rounding the ball by Julian, who gets it to first in time.
took a little bit of time on the transfer. Double pumps. That throw beat the foot. You see in Colombia, there's a couple times there which completely could have changed the inning if they decide to challenge.
Rodriguez out to Ava Lopez. Not in time to beat him. Great hustle up the line from Reynaldo Rodriguez. We are going to get a challenge on this one as Ernie Witt will try to erase the one-out base hit. So instead of a one-out, legged out infield single for Reynaldo Rodriguez, it's now 2 gone, bases empty. Donovan Solano, a shot toward right center. That's going to get down for a base hit. So Donovan Solano has the first hit for Colombia since the 3rd inning, and a 2-out knock puts him on. Gio Urshela trying to help move along a 2-out rally for Colombia in the 6th. 1-2. Urshela unable to hold up, and he is gone on strikes for the final out of the 6th. Canada out in front by a pair. So brings up Denzel Clark, tried to bunt his way on in his first trip to the plate. As that one's kicked out in right field by Mariaga, and Denzel Clark is into scoring position. A big potential miscue here in the 7th. With 1 gone, it remains just 1 gone, and Canada a chance to add to this lead. And that would have been a 12th straight retired batter by Colombia's pitching staff, and instead a 1-out base runner in scoring position. Tight spot right now for Colombia, just trying to keep this thing at a 2-run game here in the 7th. Monster spot. With an offense that has struggled this much, you cannot yield here if you're Japson Gomez.
Right. This is where you can blow this game wide open.
And he bounces one back up the middle. That'll sneak through into center field. It's an RBI knock for the Seattle Mariners star Naylor as Clark, his cousin, scores, and Canada adds one. It's 4-1.
Again, just handling lefties so well. Josh Naylor, we saw this so many times last year where that ball would sneak through in a big spot. Runners in scoring position. He did so much damage, especially when they tried to match up. You see that speed, Denzel Clark, no chance.
So 1-out base runner for Colombia, and it doesn't feel good, but you'll take it any way you can get it right now if you're Jose Mosquera and that 3rd base coaching staff. And this has got to be the time for Colombia. You got 2, 3, 4 coming up. I know you got an out in the inning, but we sort of talked about this in the 6th when Harold Ramirez was leading off, that this is the spot in the order that you're really relying on as he shoots this one to right center. It'll get past Clark and skip all the way to the wall. Flying around 3rd base, here comes Michael Arroyo. He will score easily, stumbling and still able to get to the plate. Arroyo, an adventurous trip in for Colombia's 2nd run. The double has given his team life because now you look up and all of a sudden your offense has been really quiet the first nearly 2 full games.
Big spot right here for Eric Cerantola.
Cerantola trying to get his team back into the dugout with a 2-run lead, and does so with a swinging and missing strike 3 as Urshela is gone on 3 pitches. And that'll do it for Colombia's rally. Speed kills here in the 8th. Tyler Black puts himself 90 feet away with nobody gone.
He had that base stolen easy now. Huge break for Team Canada.
Brings up Abraham Toro, 1 for 2. Double and a run scored in the 2nd. An RBI walk, and he's going to get himself another RBI here as he clubs this one out over the head of Ramirez and left. It's extra bases for Toro. He drives in Black. Toro is headed for 3rd, and he's got himself a triple.
Good piece of hit. We've seen this a couple times now from Abraham Toro, wearing out that left field, getting a good pitch to hit, something he can handle, and driving that ball in the gap. Harold Ramirez was playing so far in as well. Big reason why is because of that wind.
But it's all coming apart here in the bottom of the 8th. It's a knock for Bo Naylor. He drives in Abraham Toro, and Canada extends it to the biggest lead of the day. It's now 6-2. Denzel Clark out of the 9 spot. Really got his team started in the 7th, reaching on that error and scoring a run. Now he puts a charging one out to center, Polo to the alleyway with Mariaga converging. It's actually, check that, that's Huelvas who's out in right field. The throw cut off, and the sacrifice fly plates Naylor, and it adds another one. It's now a 7-2 Canada lead. Nowhere to put him. Casey at 3rd, Edouard Julien at 2nd, and Josh Naylor at 1st. Tyler O'Neill in the ultimate hitters count here. Ball 4 will put an 8th run on the board for Canada. Canada extending the lead out in front by 6. And that is Philippe Aumont, who is pitching in a World Baseball Classic game, but has not pitched professionally since before the pandemic. And he strikes out the first batter he sees, and that will do it for this one. What a performance performance by Canada in a wire-to-wire dominant win over Colombia on this Saturday afternoon.